Well, good morning, everyone. Don Cramer with the Cramer Group at Urban Nest Realty. Welcome to today's Wednesday edition of Coffee with Cramer. Cheers to you out there today. Hope you guys are having an awesome one. Today, it's Wednesday. We always go through our weekly recap, so we want to kind of see what's going on in the Las Vegas housing market and see if there's been any noticeable changes as to the stats. So we're going to dive right in real quick. But beforehand, I was catching up with a good friend of mine today, a longtime friend and colleague, going back to the golf days for over 30 years now. And just want to send a little cheers out to you, Stevie. It was great catching up to you today. Hopefully we'll be seeing each other in person here very soon, and look forward to maybe sharing some good old war stories, a couple bartending jokes and drinks, and maybe getting in a little bit of golf here in the near future. But anyway, today, again, we're back on the stats, so let's kind of dive right in and take a look to see what's going on. So this week, in single-family homes in the Las Vegas Valley, we have total listings of 2,058. So just a couple of upticks from last week's number of 2,053. Of the 2,058 homes available for sale, 2,040 are traditional sales, 11 are short sales, and 7 are foreclosures. In the under contract segment, we had a slight uptick from last week, so we have 4,578 homes under contract with 4,477 traditional sales, 85 short sales, and 16 foreclosures. So this is the first week-over-week period we probably have seen in a while where we've seen just some week-over-week stability. So I think that's a good sign here, all things considering. Now we're going to jump over to what's happened over the last 7 days here. So over the last 7 days, as you can see, we added 490 new homes on the market, and we had back on market 159. So all total with those two numbers, we're at 649 properties. Now, we did have some price decreases of 116 and price increases of 101. Nothing really big to shout out there, too. However, under contracts, as you'll see, both in the show and no-show categories, remain strong with 265 and 757 respectively. So the grand total of those under contracts is 1,012. So when you take that 1,012 over a 7-day period going from active into contract versus 490 new listings and back on market's 159, demand is still strong and still holding steady. However, like I said, we've had some stabilization over the last 2-week period. So as we move further into the selling season and spring, and demand hasn't waned much, even with the slight uptick in interest rates. And those are things I want to kind of touch base on at the end going through the stats today. Now, if we take a look at it by price point, not a lot of change from last week either. So as you can see, in the under $250,000 category for single-family homes in the Valley, we have 158 for sale with 390 under contract. In the 250,000 to 500,000 segment, we have 914 for sale with 3119 under contract. In the 500,000 to 750 price range, we have 321 available for sale with 673 under contract. In that mid-luxury, 750 to a million, 137 listings available for sale with a 199 under contract. In the million to 2 million price range, you pretty much see that's even at, just about even at 151 for sale with 155 under contract. And then lastly, homes over $2 million, we have 141 active listings for sale with 71 under contract. So as you can see, through all price points up to $2 million, those tranches, we have more homes under contract than for sale. And that big core market, that 250 to 500,000, the ratio between homes for sale and under contract, I mean, for every house we have for sale, almost 3.5 of them, 3.5 listings like that are under contract. And that's kind of been holding steady here for a few weeks now. So we're going to kind of continue to monitor and see if those ratios stay as is. Now, like I said, this is the first sort of week over week where we've sort of seen a bit of a flattening, and we want to see if that continues on. Could this be part of one of two issues? One, could it be because the interest rates are starting to tick up a little bit? We're kind of now into the 3% range there. And as I mentioned last week, we're going to be having a representative from the mortgage and banking industry on here in the near future to kind of talk about what's going on with interest rates and loan programs. And then the second thing is too just general houses availability of houses. I think this is one of those where we're kind of not having a lot of choices and things moving fast. We just don't have enough houses to put people into contract. I actually feel that if we probably had some more inventory, we may see more going into contract because of just what is available to choose. So again, if you're looking to sell, selling right now is still a great time. And then I'm going to throw that last slide up here real quick, which shows kind of the week over week trend line since the beginning of the year. So as you can see, we've kind of plateaued with regards to under contracts, and that's like a 4-week trend now. But the inventory, it's kind of maintained its descent up until the last 7-day period. So I think the under contract flattening again has more to do with availability of homes for sale, a combination of availability of homes and interest rates. Good news is we're starting to see a flattening of inventory. Hopefully we can continue to see some inventory coming online. I think a lot of people, a lot of conversations we're having, they're getting their tax returns done. They're trying to figure out what's going on, vaccine rollout. They're seeing some interest rates creep up. So they're thinking, okay, great. I still have a lot of interest, I still have a lot of equity. Hopefully, economy or just general stats and where the world's going, the country's going is in a positive direction with regards to the pandemic. Getting taxes done, getting spring cleaning, whatever they want to do out of the way. And maybe hopefully we'll start seeing some more people getting their houses on the market here in the near future. So we're going to kind of keep an eye on what's going on there over time. And one last note, when we wrapped up February, we did have a median sold price increase. So we did jump from 345 to 355. I think we're going to, if I were to say, okay, hey, what does the Ouija board or the Magic 8 crystal ball say, or Magic 8 ball, if I get the one that shakes up, says, I think we're going to kind of just see hopefully a little bit of a flattening of prices and flattening of demand. And that's going to be coupled with what's going to happen to inventory. Are we going to actually start seeing an upward tick of inventory? And hopefully demand will kind of keep pace with that. And that's probably what we're going to be probably observing over the next few weeks. Like I said, too, interest rates, it's going to be a conversation here for a near future Coffee with Cramer. But that's sort of this week in Las Vegas housing. So if you have any questions about what's going on in the Las Vegas real estate market, whether it's buying, selling, or investing in real estate, my partner Colleen Schaefer and I would love to be able to set up a Zoom call, a FaceTime call, a quick call, or even as we get a little closer, we'll even an office face-to-face time. Because we're here for you to answer those questions that you need to know in dealing with this ever busy real estate market. So again, on behalf of my partner Colleen Schaefer, cheers to you out there today. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.